What is up, guys? Happy Friday. Today, we're going to go ahead and continue back testing. It looks like the computer was acting up a little bit. So if it glitches, just hold on. We'll go ahead and get back to it. But let's go ahead and start back testing. The first pair that was called out was Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Jump on a higher time frame. What was this? It had to be like a daily or weekly. Daily. Not sure why that was. All right. So let's take a look. Why did the market reject and start falling? Well, I think this is like all-time highs, really. So there's nothing really it can be going based off of. This is just a fib. So I was gonna see if we could look for a retracement there, but it didn't. It didn't make it there. So, but this was all-time highs. Right now, we can see that the market is building up a lot of liquidity. Right, the move happened here. The bullish market started here with real momentum. And as soon as we had the first initial push, everything started to become choppy. And a lot of this, guys, is liquidity, right? Liquidity being built up. Now, I would like the market to come and, make its way down here, take some of this liquidity, and then start heading its way back up for the next bull run or for the next bullish move, right? That's what I'm looking at. How low will it go? I'm not sure. Right? I have zones marked up and just waiting, but I don't know how low it's going to go, right? But that's what I'm waiting for next on Bitcoin. I would like to see this liquidity be swept. And then once that gets swept, we can start looking for some type of inverted head and shoulder so we can start looking to position ourselves with some more investments and shoot that market up. But let's go ahead and take a look at what the market was doing here. All right, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Cool. So we can see that the market was heading up. I mean, it's not hard to see, right? The market was bullish and some bullish momentum, right? And some bullish momentum. Now, let's go ahead and we'll cut it off right here. Oops. Let's see. We'll go ahead and start cutting it off. We can cut it off here. Actually, that's a little too far back. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and cut it off here. Okay. So we can see that the market is bullish here, right? We can see that the market is bullish. And if you guys are expecting some type of reversal, we have to get the confirmations that we're looking for, right? Everybody was looking for buys, which, I mean, the market's been bullish, right? So we should be looking for some type of buys, right? But as of right now, we can see that the market has given us some break of structures to the upside, BOS to the upside, right? BOS to the upside. So the market is coming back down. Initially, we would be looking for the market to go ahead, come down a bit, and then continue in its bullish move, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. Right now, our closest buy zone is either the inverted head and shoulder here, which is we have the support, this right here, guys. My neck, I'm sorry, this is my left shoulder, right? We have the breakout, which becomes the head, and then we end up changing character, which gives us the inverted head and shoulder. Check silver on the weekly. I got you. Now, remind me. So right now, this is the closest buy opportunity, and the market is right here right now, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just change that. So let's go ahead. We're either waiting right here, or we're continuing to look for more bullish movement. Let's see. Does that close above? Looks like it does. So then we have another BOS to the upside. So again, notice we're on the 1 hour time frame, but 2, we have to wait here, guys. We either wait right here, right? We either wait here, or we continue to look for more bullish moves. Now we can see we have a BOS to the upside right here. Now, again, this is liquidity as well. So when you know that we have a buy zone right here and market is giving us trend line liquidity, we have to go ahead and notify that. We have to be able to see that stuff, right? Because we know at the end of the day, this is a pretty solid move right here. Now, if the market does want to go ahead and disrespect this move, I already know that I would be looking to tackle this liquidity and possibly even close out a position down here, right? Once the market's down here, we just have to wait and see what the market wants to do. Does it want to continue tanking, or does it want to just go ahead, pick some pockets, and then continue to the upside? Does that make sense? So you guys have to start thinking in probabilities, right? Just because you have a buy setup doesn't mean the market is going to buy. There are plenty of things that can happen in the market, and you have to be aware of that. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. You have to start thinking on probabilities. Well, if this happens, what should I do next? Okay, well, if this happens, what should I do next? You know what I'm saying? Just because you have a bias in your mind does not mean it's going to play out 100% to the T because you are a wizard, right? So just keep that in mind. Go ahead, guys, and send in a screenshot into the chats. Let them know that we are live back testing right now. If anybody wants to get better, go ahead and have them get on. Let's go ahead and get after it. Callie, lucky to have you more to Texas, Vinny. I know, bro. I got to go to Texas. I was out there, bro. Looked pretty nice. More Texas Roadhouse. I'm going to have to stay away from that spot. That spot's dangerous, bro. Right, so we have a starting point here. We have a 3-candle breakout rally, and we do break and close above the high. Right now, this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. If you guys are anticipating sells, there's going to be times where there's going to be a setup inside of the setup. Now, what does that mean? Right? Notice how we're going to have a high, a low, a high, and we'd be looking to change character, right? But right here, right inside this structure, there's going to be pullbacks. Am I tripping? Oh, okay. There's going to be pullbacks. But the thing is, in order to get this change of character here, or in order to look for more sales, we need to go ahead and change character right here. Does that make sense, guys? We know that this is the change of character in order to continue to look for more sales. But what if we can possibly catch the play a bit higher, up inside the head? Does that make sense? What if we can catch this whole bearish move that gives us the change of character? We can go ahead and close some positions, wait patiently for the market to come back, and then we can go ahead and get into some more. Does that make sense, guys? I want to see if we can catch this inside the head. So there's going to be times where there's going to be a setup inside of the setup, right? So we know this right here is the big setup. Okay, that's the big setup. I need to find the setup inside of it. And that's usually going to be laying right inside of here in the structure that creates the head, right? Because what if we have something that looks like this? Consolidation, the last sweep. Guys, if we can get this move right at the head, let's go ahead and capitalize so we can go ahead and catch that bearish move that gave the change of character. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense.
Yep, it does.
Right? We want to see if we can catch that. Now, once we go ahead and catch that, we're going to have to take some profit, right? Because we would be looking for the market to go ahead and make its way back to go ahead and give us another entry so we can go ahead and continue that bearish move. So if you guys don't take some partials or most of your profit here, all you're doing is getting money back when you could just stack at where it was the most high. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Now, when we go back up here, I can see that we have the big setup, which is higher high, higher low, higher high. You guys see that? So in order to continue to looking for massive sales, crazy sales, we would have to wait for the market to change character here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, look for more sell positions. Right? But I want to find the play inside of here, which is this. Notice how we have higher high, consolidation, breakout. Higher high, pullback, breakout. You guys see that? So nothing changes. We need to go ahead and continue to mark up these BOSs. BOS. BOS. Now, if the market can change character here, I would not mind to see if we can catch some sales to this buy. Let's go ahead. Okay, cool. We ended up, let me see, that didn't change character 100%, at least on this time frame, right? But automatically, whoever was looking to buy right here got clapped, right? It is what it is. So now let's go ahead. Actually, we haven't even changed character yet, so let's take a look. Still haven't changed character yet. Still haven't changed character yet. Still haven't changed character yet. We have to wait. Okay, we got a little change of character. Now, if you want to go ahead and trust that as your change of character, let me see. Let me move that out the way. These are all pretty iffy, honestly. I mean, those are fairly iffy. The clearest one would be the red one, right? So if you were looking to play that, this would be your shoulder right here. I would like to see if it can drop down a bit lower, though, just because that is a little iffy. So let's see. Okay, that's definitely a change of character that I would like to see. But let's see if it pulls back. I don't think it does, though. Yeah, it doesn't make that move. So the thing is, guys, right? We see this and we're thinking, man, we should have been in here. That's not what the strategy says. We have to wait for this change of character with the break and close. Now, if you were looking at this on a 15-minute, possibly, right? Possibly you can get some type of entry. But we were looking at this at the 1 hour time frame, and we had to wait for the 1 hour confirmations. So unfortunately, we wouldn't have been able to catch this trade. Right? I mean, it is what it is. But now let's take a look. We have a low here, and the market looks like it's already going to be disrespecting. Let's see. So that's the thing, right? The market hits your stop loss and then pushed you into profit. That sucks, right? That sucks. But at least your bias was right. At least your bias was right. So let's go ahead and delete this. Delete this. My change of character would be here. So if we were looking to continue buys, low, high, low, change of character, look for some more buy opportunities. All right, I'll take a look at that right now. Right, so right now, that's what it is. I believe the market, let me see. This gave us a change of character here, though. So let's identify that. And my last starting point, the last buying candle would be right here. So let's take a look. Dang, the market missed that 1 hour starting point and just tanked, bro. That's crazy. Definitely can't catch them all. Definitely can't catch them all. And I believe that's where the live market is right now. Or actually, never mind. Can't catch them all, bro. Unless you guys are on the lower time frames, and yeah, you probably could catch some things. But if you're on the 1 hour time frame, it doesn't look like it gave you much to go off of, to be honest. Now let's go down to the lower time frame, just because I'm pretty sure there is, and I know a lot of you guys are trading lower time frame. The only thing is like anytime I'm trading like the 15-minute, anytime you're trading a lower time frame, any time frame, I like to have at least a higher time frame bias. Now we can see this is a whole lot cleaner, to be real, right? To be real. So if you were like really expecting sales, then maybe you could have played this, but nothing really said Bitcoin was going to be dropping where it was. You know what I'm saying? So if that would have been really aggressive. But we can see that on the 15-minute, it gives you a breakout, break and close change of character. But if I would check that with one time frame up higher, come on, big doc, it doesn't give us that, right? And that's something that I like to do just for extra confirmation, extra comfort for myself, right? If you want to be a bit aggressive, hey, play the 15-minute. But I like to have at least 2 time frames of confirmation. But yeah, it doesn't look like Bitcoin gave you much to go off of on the 1 hour time frame, unfortunately. All right, but let's take a look and see what's going on with the pullback. What is it pulling back down to? Let's go to the daily. Let's get rid of this stuff. A lot of this just looks like liquidity. Now, the one thing that I might have an like I might play with is this right here. This crazy wick, right? This one wick takes this liquidity here, and then we end up changing character. Right here. Right here. And we never come back to this zone. So I want to see what's going to happen around this zone. Now we can see the market literally, it barely missed it, bro. Barely missed it. So if anything, right, even though it missed, that was probably the move for this zone, right? So we're just going to have to see. If you want to set an alert for that area just to take a look and see what's going to happen, you can. I wouldn't be the first one in. But look, we can already see on the 4-hour time frame, what is it doing? Yes, we barely missed the zone. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But look at this. Market's setting you up right now. We have a BOS of the downside, and we're waiting for this change of character. So if we can go ahead and get this, right? Shoulder, neckline, head, change of character. Let's look for some buy opportunities and shoot that market up. That makes sense, guys? Yeah, this right here kind of looked funky, but on that daily time frame, not every head and shoulder is going to be pretty. But when you see a low get taken out by a wick or a candle body, and then immediately reverse, like, let that tell you something. Like, check that. You know what I'm saying? Worst comes to worst, it either misses your entry or you don't take it because you're waiting for a confirmation. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like that was the miss. And if we can go ahead and just continue with that bullish move, we can most likely look for some entries. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Marlene's chart we got here. GBPUSD 15-minute on the time frame. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that for sure. We have the liquidity sweep here, which is very, very faint, but it is, right? We have the consolidation, slight liquidity sweep, bullish move to the upside, and we're waiting right here in this zone. It looks like she has the starting point marked up, and then she has, it looks like a zone that is possibly her shoulder. I like that too. We can go ahead and take a look at that. Yep, but I like that, to be honest. Oh, shoot. All right, remove that still. All right, cool. So let's go over here. On the 15-minute. All right, so it's right in my sell zone, but it does give some equal high type of vibes for sure, right? And we haven't changed character yet, right? So if the market is bullish and you're continuing to want to look for buys, continue to look for buys until we change character. But as soon as you get clapped with the buy and we change character, it's time to start looking for sells, right? Let's say this move does happen. Boom. Okay, cool. Now let's just say you're looking for buys here again, and then you get clapped. It's time to stop looking for sells and start. I'm sorry. It's time to stop looking for buys and start looking for sales. Does that make sense? Right. But as of right now, this looks pretty good. As the setup holds, we do have a BOS to the upside. We do have a liquidity sweep here. Now this is very faint on the 15-minute, but if we drop down at the 5, it looks a whole lot cleaner, right? So this looks pretty good. I do like this liquidity to the upside as well. So yeah, my shoulder zone, I think you have this, which still isn't bad because technically it's around where the shoulder starts. But my shoulder zone would be from that lowest wick to the closest body, which is pretty much where your zone was. And yes, the starting point would be this big old candle here, which got some rejection off of it before the market closed. But we'll just have to see on Monday or Sunday when the market opens. You know, if you haven't entered, that's okay. Let the market go ahead and create your pattern, create your structure. Let it give you the confirmations you need to see. Let it sweep your liquidity. Let it go ahead and change characters so we can buy with some confidence and shoot the market up. But that looks pretty good. Good eyes. And then all your chart markup, it all looked good, like clean and everything. The starting point, your shoulder zone, your fib from the low to the high, your entry, your 1 to 3, everything looks solid. So that's good work. That's good work. Daniel said silver on the weekly. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Silver on the weekly. Are you talking about that? Yeah. Yes, sir. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, ain't it? So again, guys, look at this. We are in an uptrend with silver. Are we in an uptrend or a downtrend? Uptrend. Market is going up right now. Right? Now look, check me out. Check me out. Yes, on the lower time frame, on the daily time frame. Notice once I clicked daily, it only showed me this. On that 4-hour time frame, it only shows me this. On the 1-hour time frame, it only shows me this, right? So from the daily down to the 1 hour, it looks like I'm in a downtrend. And on those time frames, they are on a downtrend on those time frames. But what is it dropping down to, you guys? What is the market dropping down to? It's always going up to something and coming back down to something. Does that make sense? So as we go up to a higher time frame, guys, check this out. Check this out. Look at this structure here. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? Now let's go to the weekly so it looks a bit clear. Right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. So let's check that out. Let's just mark it up. Let's be clean with it. We have a BOS to the upside. No way. All right. My starting point is right here. This is the very last selling candle before the bullish movement. So let's mark that up. All right. So now look, guys, that's my starting point. That's one entry opportunity I can look at for buys. But now I want to find my head and shoulder. So when the market is pulling back here, I want to go ahead and look for a structure on a lower time frame that looks like this. Boom. Staircase market structure. Staircase market structure. Because as soon as I get that change of character, boom, it's game over. I know where my shoulder is. Does that make sense, guys? So as the market's pulling back right here, guys, I'm looking for my lows and my highs so I can start marking up my BOSs and my change of characters, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's drop down to the daily. Awesome. So now look at this is what we got here. Notice how we have a bearish BOS to the downside. We have lower low, lower high, lower low. We have a bearish BOS to the downside here as well. So now my change of character line should be right here. Boom, we get the change of character line. We get that. We get that change of character. Cool. So now I need to mark up my shoulder. My shoulder would be this right here. Does that make sense? Where does my stop loss go, guys? The head. Is this the head, right? Okay, awesome, Josue. Let's go, Nova. Let's go. Ivan, let's go, guys. Let's go. If you guys want to participate, even if you're wrong, go ahead and participate. I love it. If you can remove that circle, that would be great. I don't mind the participation. Oh, drawing more circles. All right, thank you. So, guys, we are waiting right here. Now, notice, guys, if you guys don't remember, like 2-3 months ago, maybe like 2 months ago, we called buys right here when the market was up here. We just had to wait. This was the next best buy opportunity on the weekly time frame, and on the daily time frame, this was the very next best inverted. So we were looking for buys in this area way up here. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's mark up our BOSs. You see how we have equal lows here? That's a sign the market does want to come down here. It's leaving liquidity down here to grab as incentive, right? So if you know about liquidity, anytime you see equal lows, usually the market likes to go ahead and take that, right? May not come way down here, but sometimes it'll just peak right below and take off. Sometimes that happens. So it's good to be aware of equal lows, right? But again, we are still waiting down here. So let's go ahead and continue this. Boom. The market has came down to our zone. So let's go ahead and mark up this BOS. Awesome. Right into my right shoulder. Awesome. So now we have one last BOS to the downside here. Guys, where is my change of character? Is my change of character right here?
It's at the last BOS you marked up.
Yes. My change of character should be right here. So now this is what we have. Lower low, which is my shoulder, lower high, which is my neckline, new low, which is my head, and I'm looking for the market to continue, give us this BOS or this change of character, so we can go ahead and look for more buys to continue this bullish move. Right? So now we should be in right now. We should be in. So let's go ahead. Market's doing its thing. Awesome. Awesome. Going our way. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. So now look, this is what we have. We have a fresh setup right here. So anytime, guys, this is something that blew my mind when Oren told me this. Blew my mind. Because then I knew I just had to wait for these zones. I had to wait for these zones. Let me go ahead and just fix this screen real quick on this side. Check me out, guys. Anytime you have a right shoulder, it's a setup for the next shoulder, right? So just like this inverted, right? We're looking for consolidation. We get the liquidity sweep or the BOS to the downside. We change character. Awesome. We know we're looking for buys here, right? Let me know, guys. Are we looking for buys here? Yes or no?
Yep.
Yes. So now look, check this out. Very, very close. Tony, this is a gem. This is a gem. Anybody 3 to 6 months to a year in, this is going to help you a lot, right? Help you a lot. Guys, we're looking for buys here. We have the left shoulder, the head, change of character. We need that right shoulder. Every person has a right, two shoulders, 1, 2, right? The charts need the same thing, right? The charts need the same thing. Let me tell you why, right? Let me tell you why. Guys, the banks took positions right here. Why did they take positions right here? Well, everybody was taking trades inside consolidation. The banks aren't going to buy in consolidation. They're only going to buy in premium prices, right? So what do? The banks will drive the price lower, right? This is where they start to drive the price lower. They sold, they drive the price lower. Everybody who was buying just hit stop loss. You know what happens next? The banks buy. So boom, they buy right here and they shot the price up. So everybody who was taking sells, if they didn't take profit, they definitely got stop lossed again. Are you guys with me so far? Give me a 10 if you guys are with me. So look, the banks are in two positions, right? Who makes this market structure, guys? Anybody know? Who makes the market structure?
The banks, commercial banks.
Yes, the banks do. So look, check this out. Check this out. They take sell positions here to drive the price lower so they can get a better deal for themselves. Now, they're in buys here. So their buy is in profit. Their sell is in negative. Their sell is in negative, guys. So what happens? Well, one, they need to come back and break even, minimum, right? So this is what happens. The markets make their way. They make their way back. Now, as soon as they are underneath their sell position, right? As soon as they are underneath their sell position, they are good to break even and close that position. Does that make sense, guys? Give me an 8 if that makes sense. As soon as they are underneath their sell position, they are good to break even, right? But what do they usually do? Banks they're not just trying to break even. They're trying to get a little bit of profit, right? They're trying to get a little bit of profit. So what do they do again? They go just a bit lower. They go just a bit lower. Boom. So now look what happens. Their old sell position that was right here is now a bit into profit. Now a bit into profit for them is millions, if not billions, if not trillions. Right? So look, as soon as we get this right shoulder, as soon as the market comes inside to this right shoulder, guys, we are looking to take some buy positions. And you know what happens next? Once we had this BOS, we were waiting for that change of character. We were waiting for this change of character here. Now look what happens. The banks are in profit on that sell position now. So you know what they do? They go ahead and exit that sell, take some profit, and then they go ahead and transfer it to this buy. Because in all reality, they really wanted to buy. They just had to drive price low enough for themselves. And then they end up shooting the market, having it go our way. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. But the thing is, guys, it rinses and repeats over and over again. Check me out. The banks had to drive price lower again right here. They had to. They wanted to get more into profit on their sell position over here. They came into my right shoulder, right? They ended up buying again, and they shot the price up. So notice, every time you have a right shoulder, automatically, if we can get a change of character off of it, it gives you the next head and shoulder setup. The next head and shoulder setup. Every right shoulder, if we can continue to get a change of character off of it, it gives you the very next head and shoulder setup. So again, this one was a good win. Now we're waiting for buys right here. We're waiting for buys right here. So what happens? The market starts to come down, makes its way. Market starts to consolidate. Uh-oh. The market's underneath its sell position. What do you think it's going to do, guys? What do you think it's going to do? Are they going to close out? They're going to be greedy? What do you guys think? They're going to go ahead and close out these trades because now it's underneath their sell position. They're going to close those out and put those into this buy. Boom. But look, it happens over and over again. Notice how we have the very last BOS and we are looking to get this change of character over and over again. Every right shoulder you get, if we can get a change of character off of that, we are looking at a brand new head and shoulder setup. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, guys. Unmute, type in the chat, it makes sense. Let me know. Let me know, guys. Because when I understood that, I knew I just had to wait right here, even though the market could be way up here right now. Market could be up here doing all kinds of stuff, right? Doing all kinds of stuff, going backwards, sideways, doing all kinds of stuff. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. As soon as I know I had to wait right here, it is what it is. This is the very next best quality setup. Anything else is just liquidity. It's just liquidity. Right? So when we go back down here, look at this. Head and shoulder setup. We get the change of character. Awesome. Let's move our zones. Let's move our zones. Stay fresh. I don't know when this buy is going to come, but I'm looking for buys when it comes back. Now let's take a look. Boom. Awesome. 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 Did you guys see that movement? Did you guys see that movement? Guys, look at this. The banks sold right here. They needed to get themselves in a better position. And what happened next? They bought right here. So their buy is in profit. Their buy is in profit. But what's in negative? Their sell is in negative. So, okay, cool. They need to get back and hit break even minimum. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and go break even. What do? They need to drive price below their sell zone. Right here. Right here. Came right to the next buy. They closed out this sell and added more buys. But look, is this the right shoulder right here, guys? Was this the right shoulder? Yes. All right. What if I told you this right shoulder is the head to the very next head and shoulder setup? Right? Check me out. We have BOS to the downside. The banks took their sell position right here. Market came into my right shoulder and gave us what? A change of character or another BOS to the upside. I'm going to go ahead and just label it change of character because we have a red BOS. So now look, we have bullish movement, bullish breakout. Let's go ahead and adjust our starting points and adjust our shoulder. So again, their buy is in profit. Their buy is in profit. Their sell is in negative. What's good? What's good? What's good, AK?
My bad. I didn't mean to unmute.
Okay. Right. So look, they need to drive price below their sell. Let's take a look. Okay. Their buy is deep in profit and their sell is deep in negative right now. Deep in negative. But look, what is happening? What is happening right here, guys? what is happening right here?
Liquidity.
Liquidity is being built up right now. So when you're able to see that, when you're able to just zoom out and be like, man, market just building liquidity, right? But everybody is on the 1 hour taking trades, trying to make money. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all can do that. Y'all can make money. But when you can see that the market is building up liquidity right above a buy zone, you can try to take as many opportunities as you can that you see quality inside this structure here. But at the end of the day, we know that the banks will eventually come down to this zone. Does that make sense, guys? And when they do, they will most likely be looking to continue those buys. So let's take a look. Market's going higher. Market's going higher. So look at this, guys. Their buy is deep in profit. Deep in profit, bro. Deep in profit. Their sell is in crazy negative. Crazy negative. I'm talking, if not millions, billions, if not trillions. So look, all we have to do is wait right here, because this is the very next best inverted buy possibility. Look at this, equal lows right above my buy zone. So now I would be looking for, okay, market's giving me consolidation. Guys, do you guys remember the phases of the head and shoulder setup? I know I did a call for Geo's trading focus group. Are any of you guys on the call right now?
Yes.
When you see consolidation, what phase is that?
Phase 1.
It's phase 1. So look, market is building up phase 1. All we need is phase 2, which is the liquidity sweep or the BOS. So if we can get that, awesome. We've been looking for buys here. Now, if our buys can give us phase 3, which is the change of character, awesome. We really do this. So we can go ahead and look for phase 4, which is a brand new entry, and continue riding these buys. So let's take a look. That's live price right now. It came inside of this buy zone. So now look, let's go to a lower time frame. This doesn't look too convincing because I really don't like these equal lows, to be real. Yeah, I know, bro. Me too. Trust me. I feel you on that. That's why when I saw gold and silver tanking, I was like, bro, like I already knew what it was coming down to. Higher time frame setups always win. Win? They take forever, so I can't tell you, but they will eventually come back. So this is my very last BOS. And I'm looking for this change of character here. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. It does so much for you to zoom out. Because look, most of us look at charts like this, but we can't see nothing. But as soon as we zoom out, we're like, oh, snap. We have potential over here on this side. Let's go to a higher time frame, even if it's just a couple hours. Okay, we got potential on this side. Let's shrink that up to the 8-hour starting point. The market tap in that? Yes, it did. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, guys, I would like to see if we can look for some more buy opportunities if the market can go ahead and change character here. But because I don't really like this equal lows. So if we can go ahead and consolidate here for a little bit for more incentive, I would definitely start looking to see if we can get into some more buys here. But if it's sharp and comes back down quick, I'm gonna be pretty hesitant and just wait for a confirmation. Like if it just shoots up and then shoots back down to your entry, I'm gonna be hesitant because we have equal lows. But I do like what's cooking up right now, to be real. Do you like what's cooking up? Do you like that? Any other pairs you guys want me to check out? Let me see. GJ. Who's Zoom user? Reveal yourself. Oh man, what? Bro, I've been waiting on this sell. Damn. See what happens when you don't set alerts, bro? You just be missing shit. Damn. All right. So I still like sales right here, to be real. But let me tell you why I was looking for the sales right here. Right. Notice how we have a BOS to the upside, and then we change character. Right. And then we change character. So look, I'm already anticipating sales. Why? Because we broke structure here and here. So I'm like, okay, well, if you want to start heading down now, let's head down. I'm not tripping on it. So let's go ahead. This is my shoulder. This is my stop loss. So we're waiting for sell. Let's go ahead and take a look. Awesome. So we can see we have one last push up. So this is going to be, we had a BOS here and then a BOS here. So if we can go ahead and change character right here, we can go ahead and continue looking for more sells. So let's take a look. Market did what it was supposed to do. It looks like the market came back to the starting point. Yep, came back right inside that and then just took off. Did it come back? Oh yeah, it took off. Okay, so look, check me out. Check me out, guys. Starting point got some love. Awesome, cool. But look, guys, is this your right shoulder right here? I know we have the left shoulder, we have the head. Would you consider this entry your right shoulder?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Now, check me out. Notice how we have a change of character here. This is the next setup. Left shoulder, head, change of character. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my zones. Now, whenever the market wants to come back, I would like to take an opportunity. That's a pretty good risk to reward too. Now, look, check me out. I'm looking to take some sells, right? And what does the market do? Can you guys see it? I'm going to go ahead and just play it back a little bit more. I want to take sell positions right at that gray box. But let's check out and look at what the market is doing for us. Yes, it played off the SP. Guys, what is the market doing right now?
Consolidating.
Consolidating. Awesome. So when you see that, we're definitely looking to take some sell positions, right? Because the market is consolidating. So let's go ahead. When the market builds up, it makes us more likely to take some trades, because if we can go ahead and follow that bearish trend, let's go ahead and take the sweep and ride that sell. So let's take a look. Almost there, and it didn't happen. But look what the market did. What would you guys consider that?
Equal highs.
Equal high. Equal highs. So market made equal highs and left liquidity for us. Now look at when the market came back, even though it was most likely a counter trend, some of these plays are the best counter trends. Now that definitely gave a 1 to 3. Boom, 1 to 3 all day, and you definitely could have taken some partials all throughout that stuff. That's a good setup right there. Now that literally sold down to the next best buy. So let's take a look at that. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm not liking any other sell positions in here. All those sell positions have been taken care of. I'm now looking a lot bigger. I'm now looking a lot bigger. Check this out, guys. Notice we have consolidation, phase one. The BOS, the change of character. Now look at what the market's doing. Just building up liquidity, equal highs, just building up liquidity, right? So I would like to see if we can go ahead and take some sales anywhere in this area, but I'm gonna be patient because this is a big zone. But look, let's go back on the 4-hour time frame because the market can definitely still head up, right? Can definitely still head up. So let's take a look here. Let's actually just delete all this stuff and we'll finish off the call with GJ. So the market's in a bullish sentiment right now. It's in some bullish momentum. So let's take a look at this. We have a BOS to the upside, right? BOS. Now let's take a look here, guys, because not every head and shoulder is the same, right? Not every head and shoulder is the same. Look at this. Notice how we have consolidation. Notice how we have a tiny little sweep of liquidity, and then the market heads out. You guys see that? Even though it looks like a regular pullback, right? Higher high, higher low. Look at the structure inside. Look at the structure inside. Notice how we have liquidity being built up. We have the sweep, and then we change character. Guys, why did the market drop a crazy wick down to this zone? Because it's coming for its shoulder. It's coming for its starting point. Are you guys with me so far? It's coming for the starting point. But look, remember, it's always like this, always. Boom. Right? Check it out. Why did the market come down here? Would you guys consider this a right shoulder if the market was like this, right? Right shoulder?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, cool. This is the head to the very next buy setup. So look at this. We have a sweep here. Now on the low, let's drop down the 1 hour real quick so you can see the bit easier. Now there we go. Now you guys can see it. This is even more clear. Look at that. Awesome. Look at this, guys. Notice how we have the liquidity being swept. Notice how we have the liquidity being swept, being built up, swept, change of character. Guys, why did the market drop this low? Why did the market drop down here? Well, it was coming for its left shoulder. Even though it had a little bit of drawdown, hey, it's okay. I'm not scared of drawdown. My stop loss is down here, right? If you want to drop down to an even lower time frame, there's probably going to be a better zone down here, a little bit. I can see that. Yeah, sometimes it is. Definitely, I agree. I agree. Whatever time frame you guys find it a bit easier to look on, please do so. Please do so. So now check me out. This is the left shoulder. Or I'm sorry. Left shoulder, head, change of character, right? But now look, check this out. Notice how this is the right shoulder, but this automatically turns into the head for the next setup. We have the sweep right here. This is the head. My new shoulder is here. Let's go back up to the 4 just so I can see that a bit different. Yes, that was the shoulder. We could delete this. But now look at guys, check this out. Notice how we have the breakout rally here, right? This is my starting point. Smacking. So the market's just continuing in this pattern over and over and over again. Guys, this was the right shoulder. It missed, it barely missed, right? And it happens, it is what it is. But I would say that is a miss. It happens, right? But look, check this out. That's the head. We have the liquidity sweep, which is also a breaker structure to the downside. and the market ended up changing character and going up higher. So all I got to do is move my zone right here and move my stop loss. And this is the very next best buy zone, close to life price right now. And the market just gave some equal low type vibes for sure. Right. So the market's pulling back. All we have to do is continue marking up our BOSs to the downside. BOS. We don't have a BOS right here, but we definitely have liquidity for an incentive to drop lower. Right. So as of right now, my change of character line is here. Right. If the market drops lower by next week, boom, let's go ahead and update this. This is my next BOS. Let's adjust my change of character line. The market consolidates a little bit. Okay, cool. One more last BOS. Let's go ahead and adjust. Move my change of character line. Now, we should be looking for buys already because we already know that the market was in a bullish trend. This is the very next move. We just back tested it from down here. Right now, once the market goes and continues in this bullish move here, we can start to look for some more buy positions and shoot this market up. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. Let me
It
know.
makes sense.
Guys, when Oren told me that, bro, I was like, oh my God, I really just have to wait. I really just have to wait. Like, don't get me wrong. You can definitely do some sell to buys and buys to sells. You know, you can look for sells in here and whatnot if you want to. But for me, I'm just like, bro, if the market's buying, I'm just going to buy. I'm just going to buy because there's times where, you know what happens? And the thing is with me, I just wanted to take losses off of my book. Like anything that was like nonsense or things that I can have in my control, I wanted to just like scrape it off and like, you know, cut the excess fat, cut the L's, right? Because what can happen is we can see a pretty decent BOS to the downside, right? We have a starting point here. We would be looking to take some sell positions, right? Looking to take some sell positions. But what happens when you're trying to counter trend because the market's trending up, right? You're trying to counter trend to take sells. And then what happens is we end up hitting stop loss. And then the market continues up. Right. So for me, I just stopped doing that. But if you're someone who's like, bro, I'm really good at that. Okay, continue to do what's been working for you. But for me, I want to cut as much L's as possible. Right. So I'm mainly just looking to continue trends. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. Now, what I do like to do, right? What I do like to do, let's just say the market is looking to sell here. I would look for extra confirmation. This is pretty ugly right now. This kind of looks like some equal high vibes, right? So I would like to see if we can, you know, sweep this liquidity, change character. And once we change character, I wouldn't mind looking for more sell positions because we had all the confirmations off of that zone. We had the BOS, right? We had phase 1, which was consolidation, phase 2, which is the BOS, phase 3, which is the change of character. And then once we get phase 3, we can start looking for phase 4, which is the entry, and we can start sending the market down, right? Would not mind looking for sells once we get the change of character, because that confirms that this zone over here was more or less correct. Make sense, guys? Now look at this, bro. Look at this. Crazy. I can kind of see this happening, to be honest, especially with these equal low type vibes. This is pretty equal low type vibes. Can't lie. Can't lie. Right. So I would not mind to see if we can go ahead and have this pattern here play out. Because again, this is a counter trend, right? The market is trending up. Trending up. So these sells would be counter. Would be counter. Does that make sense, guys? But yeah, that is it for me, guys. Does anybody have any questions before we go ahead and head out? Any questions? Any questions at all? Guys, send another screenshot. Let them know that they're missing out. Guys, I do my very best. I do my absolute very best to break down these charts for you every Monday and Friday. And I know a lot of you guys are actually pretty new, and a lot of you guys are starting to see and get the hang of this structure stuff. A lot of you guys are starting to look at charts, sending charts, and things are starting to look clean, man. So, one, props to you, congrats to you. It obviously takes work, it takes consistency, it takes discipline to get better and to study on a daily basis so you can have the you want to perform. You want to be a badass trader, you have to be a badass in the markets, you have to be a badass on Go Live and studying and all that good stuff, right? So shout out to you guys who continue to get better day in and day out. And yeah, man, that is it for my call. For those who have been asking about the recorded sessions, my bad, yo, for real. I'm gonna go ahead and update those right now. There's probably like 3 or 4 that I need to update on the YouTube. So I will go ahead and do that right now. But with that being said, guys, you guys have a great weekend. The weekend is made for studying. Get as many reps in as you can. That way, when you have a new week next week, it's gonna be lit. I got you. Give me a second. Telling you guys, the weekends are for studying, for back testing. Get as many reps in as you can, just like a pro athlete, a baseball player, guys. Those guys, a baseball player goes through hundreds and hundreds of swings, if not a day, a week, because there is something with baseball called overtraining, right? So let me see. Can I not hop in there? Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back. There we go. You just reminded me though. So let me go ahead and. Am I tripping? All right. I'm just gonna send a video. All right. So here's the video. Here's a video. You can just follow my YouTube on there. But yeah, guys, get your reps in. Every athlete practices and takes hundreds of reps before their live game, right? You should be doing the same. Professionals get paid millions of dollars to practice and make and be as perfect as possible. If you want to get paid good in this game, you have to get your reps in so you can be as good as possible, right? We can't cheat our way out. But with that being said, guys, you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys like this call. Spread some love in the chats. Let your people know that they missed out. And I will see you on Monday, guys. You guys have a great weekend.